Drug delivery is a very diverse field, and it's really a melting pot of a number of researchers and technologies. Historically, if you look at the field, it existed many years ago, primarily in pharmaceutical sciences, mainly in the form of formulation design. And around 70s, engineers started coming into the field primarily through development of new technologies and materials which can change how the drugs are delivered, and also in part by developing mathematical models which can describe the transport processes in the field of drug delivery. And that brought in a lot of interesting technologies. Polymers is a prominent example. In the 70s, the introduction of polymers brought in drug delivery technologies like sustained release for proteins. Transdermal patches came out of that area of research. Pegylated proteins made a transformative impact on the field. And that evolution continued. Fast forward a couple of decades, then chemistry started making a significant impact on drug delivery, especially in the early 2000s when nanomedicine really became a key player in drug delivery. Lots of new nanomaterials were synthesized. Many of them came from chemists, and that have had a transformative impact on drug delivery. In the last several years, I would say biology has made a transformative impact because many of the drug delivery solutions and technologies have strong roots in biology. So now, when you look at the field, it's really a melting pot of pharmaceutical scientists, engineers, chemists, biologists, and many others. And that has really brought a sort of tremendous strength, I think, to the field of drug delivery in terms of taking on these complex problems of delivering therapeutics. The main inflection points, I would say, are really introduction of materials, which really started a more technology impact of on the field of drug delivery in the form of polymers and later lipids, which have certainly played a huge role in where drug delivery is today. Introduction of devices in the form of energy sources like ultrasound, electricity, magnetic fields, they have had a transformative impact on what can be delivered. That largely happened in the late 90s, and it continues to date. And one of the main challenges of drug delivery, I think, and that's something we continuously had to address, is that the drugs themselves have changed over the years. Drugs were mainly small molecules many decades ago. Then came peptides and proteins. Then came nucleic acids. And now we are dealing with cells as drugs. And as the drugs themselves change, the technologies that are needed to deliver them effectively continue to change. And that sort of hand-in-hand journey of evolution of drugs and simultaneous evolution of delivery technologies, I think, has been quite spectacular over the last few decades.